we are launching into Christmas week, and I am so excited about today's video because it's a twofer. Two for the price of one. You get a holiday look tutorial and you get a Christmas giveaway, but you got to stick around to the end of the video to be able to see all the goodies that I want to give to you this holiday season. But my holiday look is inspired by the incredibly great talent Ardell. I don't know if you caught her the other night on NBC. She was singing live in New York City, but her makeup is always on point. I love her look. It's classy. She wore a black and a gold dress, and the tones that she chose, or her makeup artist chose in her video, were gold tones. So I figure you're going to see a lot of holiday makeup looks on YouTube that tap into the reds. Well, for you, I'm going to do the golds. And I've got the hair out of my face. I borrowed a clip from my stepdaughter, #trending, and I think we should launch into it right away. I will let you know I've already applied my foundation, and I used a little brow pencil. Luckily, I don't need to use much anymore, but I use the Anastasia Brow Wiz in Caramel just to fill in, and then I use this Cargo brow collection, and I use the darker shadow just to go right along the brow bone. That's where you want your deeper color on the bottom side, and it really makes those light colors pop in the eye. So let's get going, and to do this, I am using a eyeshadow kit. It's by Lancome. It's Audacity in Paris, and there are a couple of really great colors in here that I'm going to use. First of all, to cover the entire eye, I will use this second shade right here, which is called Couture. On the inner eye, I'm going to use It List, and then to do the little crease, it will be this particular color called Exhibition. So all the colors are very light, white, and a little bit of shimmer and sparkle. And I'm okay using that, especially at a holiday party. Not for work, but for parties we can have a little fun. So let's get started. First of all, I will use this Couture color that I talked about. And again, it's kind of a creamy color, a tiny bit of iridescence, but not too much. And I will coat the entire eye. And in fact, let me push in right now. All right, so let's start with our Couture. And this is going to be a nice, even wash of color over the eye. I have not applied any concealer yet or powder. I'm going to save that for the very end, just to catch any shadow that might fall. Lid to brow. Just an even wash of a light color. Okay, so now that we have that, next thing I want to do is use the It List, which is that sparkly gold, this first one right here. That's going to go right here on the inner corners of the eye, just to bring a little pop, a little sparkle, a little glam on the inner corner. And that's where it's nice to have those lighter colors. You can push it in a little bit too. With this particular look, we're not going to be very heavy on the eyeshadow. It's going to be light. Where the pop really comes is with the liner, the winged liner on the lid, and the strip of false lashes. Okay, and then for the crease, what I want to use is that Exhibition color right here. It's just a very neutral, just enough depth to be able to carve a little bit here in the crease, but not too much. Just use a nice thin flat brush to be able to get in there. See how light that is? But just enough for some depth. Same on the other side. And I'm going right above my crease line. See the crease right there? I'm going above it. Again, I always do this. You gals always ask me about tricks for hooded eyes and how to make them seem more open. Well, this is it. You always take that darker crease color and you go above your crease line. And the key will obviously be to blend, but I'm just taking it and I am above my line and I'm pulling out in very soft whisking motions. Again, I'm going to pop in a little more of that gold. This is It List. And it's right here, basically on the first inner third of the eye with that light color. The next part is the really important part. I'm going to use, there are a couple of these. I'm using my Milani Eye Tech Perfection. I'm a big fan of this winged liner. What's so great about this is the grip. It really makes it easy to paint on that winged line. Milani makes it, NYX, there are quite a few out there, but the key is just finding one with a really good grip so that you can make this nice and precise. Thinner on the inside. I do little light strokes to build, and it's going to get thicker toward the middle. And if you have to do this, just to give it a little help, go for it. And it's going to build and get thicker as you go. This is going to be a really bold line. And then as I get out to the side, I twist it and go the other way to get that wing. And I like to start off a little bit on the smaller side. You can always get bigger with it. In this case, I do want to start off conservatively and then get thicker if you feel necessary. So it might look a little scary initially, but with the lashes on, it will really bring it all together. Okay, so we're going to now work on the other eye and just paint as you go, little by little. And if you need to use a magnifying mirror to do this, go for it. And there we go. I think we're getting closer. Make sure your wings are the same length. We don't want one wing longer than the other. You want to be flying evenly with your wings. Very good. We got wings. Okay, you guys, one thing I do notice with Ardell is that she likes to bring a shadow down here on the bottom lash line as well. Some people leave the bottom lashes alone, which you can. I am going to smudge a little bit of a brownish color. Actually, this is kind of khaki. Chouquette. And it is the second to last one here in the lineup. Right next to the black. It's kind of a khaki brown. So that's a good color. Works for me. My eyes are a greenish brown, so it sort of complements what's going on. And again, using a very thin brush, I'm going to run this right along the bottom lash line. Your emphasis on this look is really going to be upward and not down, so you just want a little bit to add some fullness to the bottom lash line, but nothing that pulls the emphasis to that lower line. Going to the other side now. Again, making my straight line. So we are now ready for some concealer, mascara, and falsies to really bring attention to the top lashes. My concealer, as you know, is Tarte Creaseless Concealer in medium. Stuff works wonders. Little goes a long way. About that much. Okay, you dab it. See how cakey and sticky that is? It really sits on top. Doesn't fall into the lines, which is what makes it so absolutely brilliant. And just pat it in. I go a little bit lighter in color in the winter because that way it also serves as a highlight. I don't have to use a highlight powder under my eyes. It's light enough to do that. I'm going to set it with a loose powder. And now I'm going to take a blending brush and I'm going to use that to pull it in. This is a great opportunity to clean up right here. Go straight. Again, anywhere powder fell. So that's done, and now I'm going to set it with my powder. As you know, I'm a huge fan. Face Atelier Ultra Loose Powder. This is in number 2. So they do step it down a shade. 1 is very, very light. 2 has a little bit of a skin tone to it, a little peachy, a little bit warmer. So I'm going to set all of it now. And I'm going to take it and press. Now this is the key with the Tarte concealer, because as you can see, it has a very greasy, shiny look to it. You need to set it with a lot of loose powder. So you take it and you push it in. Just press. Press, press, press. You would think that it would make all the lines show, but somehow the combination of this just gets that concealer to sit on top of your skin. Gives you great coverage and you don't look all cracked and crepey by the end of the day. Okay, so powder. And by the way, let me also tell you, when you have short hair and you tuck it behind ears, don't forget to put a little foundation on your ears, because sometimes there's a strong line of demarcation, especially if we don't match it up properly, between our faces and our ears. So just take your foundation brush and spread a little bit of foundation on the ears, and don't forget just to hit that with powder. And again, it's all for consistency and blending. Now what I'm going to do is curl the lashes. You can warm this up with a hairdryer if you want. A little extra heat, just be very careful. I have known many a gal who's lost a lash or two by doing that because the heat was excessive and they just singed them right off. So just be careful. Okay, I do love still my Rocket Volume Express by Maybelline. Great product, drugstore, inexpensive, does the job. So I'm going to now build my top lash, and I'll do a couple of coats, which will get me ready for my falsies. Gotta have falsies during the holiday for parties. You know, when it's evening time and the lights are dim, you really need a nice thick lash line to bring that level of pop to your eye and bring the attention there, especially since we're going with a lighter lip color. This needs to be your focal point. Take your time on your eyes. They are the window to your soul. Thank you, Ardell, for keeping it classy and for providing the most incredible music out there. You're a vocal goddess and you're stunning. Okay, got a couple of coats. I'm going to let all that dry before I do anything on the bottom. What I'm going to do now is, you guys have asked numerous times about lash applications, and I'm going to use Ardell, very close to Adele, but we're Ardell today, and these are curvy. My little trick with lashes is I find that we run into problems when lashes are very thick and big here on the inner corner. I find lash strips to usually be too long. I always have to cut them to fit my particular lash line, but I prefer it to be thinner on the inside and wing out to the outside. It's just easier to apply. You may still need to snip a tiny bit on the inside depending on your eye. The biggest problem that most women have with false lashes is that they have a tendency to lift right here on the inner corner, and that's what makes them look fake. So if you can avoid that, if you need to just cut a little bit from that inside to make it fit your lash line, it's worth it. That's really the secret. So I'm going to pop these out, and I'm just going to hold it up and check and see if it's going to be too long for my lashes. I think in this case I'm going to be okay. And I'm going to use the Andrea Strip Lash Gel in Clear to apply to the base of my lash. I just take it and I sort of go from top in, because you need to avoid your top lashes, which you have curled and set with mascara. So top in and press in. Hot diggity dog. First try. Again, I'm going down and into my lashes to avoid the lashes that have mascara. And I just take and press and then just move it around. But see, the glue is still tacky enough to be able to do that. We want our glue tacky, not us. And make sure that your lashes match the line that you created with your liner. Don't bring them down too low. Don't have them too high. Have them sit right on that winged out line. Now what I will do is I will take my liquid liner again, and you may feel like you have to go in on the inner corner of the eye a little bit here, just to continue that line. Same thing on the other side. You just don't want it to look like that, you know, lash strip appeared out of nowhere. Okay guys, so I'm going to back up the camera now. All right, so now you can see what the overall look looks like. So it brings attention up to the eyes. I did forget to put mascara on my bottom lashes, but you don't really need me in close for that. I just do a little wiggle, and that's about it. Okay, quick contouring because we've highlighted already with our concealer. I have my Anastasia Contour Kit, which I adore. I have featured on this channel before, and I'm going to use these two colors blended together for contour. And I'm going to use a brush about yay big, and it's too thick, so what I do is I take it and I pinch it. And you can pinch brushes to get the exact width that you need. So I'm going to pop a little here and here, blend these two colors. Now I'm going into the hollow of my cheek, and I'm going to contour. Contouring is key for evening. Again, when lights are low, you want that illusion of recession. Tip of the nose, you can do. You can make the sides appear slimmer just by going right down the sides. You can carve out a nice jawline for yourself just by going right here under the jawline. Little sun-kissed look right here where the sun gets the face. All right, and that takes care of our contouring. The next thing is blush. I'm using a color by Circa that is Eva Longoria's line that I featured. Remember when I went to Walgreens, I was like, oh, my Walgreens has been redone and it's fabulous, and they have Circa. This particular color is Belle, Mare, or Belle Mare, however you wish. Whatever you're feeling, go with it. It's a lovely pinkish peach color. Again, it plays very, very well with these light gold tones that we're using. So I'm going to put the blush on my cheeks. I don't know why my phone just beeped at me. One thing I do want to add to my eyes, and I completely forgot to do this on the close-up. Let me see, there it is. This is really great for evening as well. And I featured this before. It's my white pencil, and I will go right underneath my brow bone with this pencil. So, I'm sorry, right underneath the bottom of my eyebrow, not the bone. What this does is it really accentuates the brow. I do it just in feather light strokes. It's going to look like a line right now, but I will blend. Just take a very firm, flat brush, and now take that white and just shade it. Shade it, blend it, and pull it down so that you get rid of that line. And what you wind up with is a perfect highlight. And I'll move my face in closer to the camera so you can see what that did. You see what that did? You see the separation now between the eye makeup and the eyebrow itself. Get yourself a white pencil. This thing is so old, I honestly cannot tell you who makes it, but and I got it at Walgreens, so if you go to any drugstore, just look for a white eye pencil. A lot of people use this to line on the inside of the eyes to make the eyes look bigger, but I love this as a brow highlight. Okay, so now eyes are really done, that I promise. Moving on to the lips, I am going to use my MAC Spice lip liner, which is a very neutral color, and I will go just a little bit on the outside of my lip line. Light colors make the lips look a lot fuller, so have fun with that. We're getting closer to the giveaway, by the way. Are you excited? Are you wondering what it is? Oh, it's going to be good. All right. Now I will use my lip brush and my gold standard. You guys have been asking about this color. I've featured it numerous times. It's Nude Metal by Lipstick Queen. It is it's halfway gone because I love it so much. Great, great light shade with just the right gold frost to it, not too frosty. Perfection. So anytime I wear this, you're always commenting, what lipstick color is that? And I'm so happy to be able to feature it for my Ardell inspired winged out eye nude lip tutorial. Okay, here we go. Another reason why I love this color so much is that it can be a standalone color, or it is great to put on top of any color that you have. There you go. Okay. Ooh, are you feeling goldy yet? Goldilocks. Speaking of locks, time to get the hair done. Okay, goodbye little clip. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I just blew dry my hair. Hold on. Okay, the hair is clean and dry. This haircut, I have to say, is just so incredibly easy for styling. The two things that I will need are my Living Proof amp, featured here a gazillion times, only because this stuff does amazing things. A nice little cream hair volumizer. So I take about this much, okay, maybe a little bit more, and I will rub it between my fingers. And what I'm going to do is tip my hair upside down, and I will pull it straight out because I'm trying to get some height and some volume. So let me see if I can do this where you can maybe see it. All right, I am pulling it out piece by piece, focusing mainly on the top and the crown, and then I just sort of shake it through. And now that my hair is upside down, I will take the hairspray, Kenra Volume 25, and I will hit it in just little sections. Now let me flip back. Whew. And what I do is I like to get it a little bit high here, a little flat here on the sides, tuck it back, bring a nice little swoop forward. Swoop, there it is. Okay, and when I'm happy with where things are, I will take my hairspray and really just finish it off. Okay, so now I'm going to change, put on my gold dress and jewelry, and you'll see the finished look. Un momento. Okay, my dears, here is the completed look. The gold dress with the gold shoes and the gold earrings and the gold makeup and the red nails. You knew there had to be some red in there somewhere. Okay, time for my Christmas giveaway. There was a poinsettia behind me for a very special reason. I love giving to you. It is Christmas and I have some goodies. I am giving you basically my 2015 All-Stars, things that you guys have seen on my channel, you have loved, you have commented, and so here we go. The time to enter is now. I will run this contest through Christmas night at 11:59 p.m. on Christmas night. This is what you get if you enter. First of all, this gold shade Lipstick Queen Nude Metal is going to be included in this gift. You guys always comment about it. You love this color. How could I not offer this to you? Also, NYX The Curve, yes, to create the fabulous winged line. This is in black. This too can be yours. Cannot do a giveaway without my living proof amp. Everybody needs to experience the amp in their hair because this stuff works wonders. It'll make your hair do whatever you thought was not possible. And then what I'm doing for you, instead of doing this strip lash that I used because this is a little tricky and it takes time, this is what I call lash for beginners. I use this all the time for work. It is the Ardell, it's the accent. It's just the tiny little wing right here. So easy to apply. So I figure start with this. If you can master this little wing, then you can move on to the bigger strip. But this is my absolute favorite when it comes to falsies. Use it all the time. And I have that, and I also have some strip glue in clear for you to be able to apply. So all of these things can be yours if you subscribe to my channel. I will provide all the information for you in the description portion of this video. It will provide a link for you to click, fill out the form, subscribe. Voila, you are in. Again, closes off at 11:59 p.m. on Christmas night. We will announce the winner on my various social media platforms, which includes Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. If you haven't followed me yet, please do so. My Facebook page is KPRC Dominique Sachse. So like that page and then you'll be able to find out if you are the lucky winner. And I will announce that on the day after Christmas. So I wish you luck. I wish you, most importantly, a wonderful, blessed holiday with your family. I hope you create some great memories this Christmas. I hope your heart is filled with joy and warmth of the holiday season. Make it memorable, make it beautiful. We have all kinds of great things to look forward to in the new year, and I'm already brainstorming about ideas for this channel. Feel free to leave your comments and suggestions because I cater everything to you. I thank you. God bless you. Go out there, be bold, and be blessed this Christmas, and I will see you in a week. Bye-bye. Good luck.